Merrimack TV is a platform for mass communication with your community, from our local government's meetings, to high school sports, to video content created by residents. That's why we call our public access channel our community channel. Anyone who lives in town can have a show on Merrimack TV. And for Community Media Day, we want to highlight some of your neighbors who consistently produce a show in the community studio at Town Hall. To start, here's Tina Hurley, a longtime Merrimack resident and one of our more recent producers, explaining why she decided to start her show, Less Leg, More Heart.
I thought, what a beautiful opportunity for my organization, Less Leg, More Heart, which I am the founder of and executively direct. It helps people in the community with disabilities. And I thought, what a great platform this could be to not just gain some local exposure, to be able to have the opportunity to help more people that might need us, but also to get out some messages. We have so much perspective in the disabled community, and there's so many stories that are inspirational, and there's the good and the bad and the ugly about living life different, and I want to share that and bring that forward for what it does for the community to enhance folks' journey. Because if you're someone that doesn't have a disability, it makes you feel empowered that you can, because you have limbs or you have the ability to use your spinal cord. And if you're somebody out in the community that might have a challenge doing things, you know that you're not alone.
Dan Bolio has always wanted to get his voice out there, starting with a blog back in 2012. His friend Leo invited him to guest on his public access show in Nashua, and from there, Dan realized he wanted to make his own show as a resident of Merrimack. Let Freedom Ring covers a wide variety of topics, from wrestling to softball to music. But for Dan, it's all about his guests and his audience.
We want to focus on what the guest is all about, whether they're a weightlifter, they're a wrestler, they're a comedian, they're a cook, whatever it is their passion is or what's it about them. We focus on that. But we also like to have interaction with our audience as well. So we will post to Facebook, and not only do I come up with some of the questions for the show, but I've also allowed my audience to be able to have someone on the show and ask a question that they might have as well.
That sort of audience interaction is a great way to get your name out in the community. In fact, it can sometimes lead to over a decade in the State House, as it did for Representative Janine Nodder, who started out as a local mom and grew alongside her show.
I've been married over 30 years, we'll just put it at that. I have 6 grown children, 2.5 little grandbabies. I'm a state representative. I'm running for my 7th term, and I'm the host of Chattin' with Janine. I started the show in 2006. I've been on Merrimack TV ever since. I was just interested in everything. I did shows on health and fitness, history, science. I had authors on the show. I really tried to have a different show, and I taped every week. And now I don't tape as often because I'm busy. I just didn't have time to do a lot of things. I had to get used to being a representative and trying to shuffle, my family life and my political life. And most of my contacts now are in politics. So that's why most of my guests are one way or the other related to the State House or politics one way or the other.
Talk shows are a popular format on the community channel, but it's definitely not the only one you can do. Take retired Merrimack High School history teacher Bill Souza, whose show is single shot, hosted solo, and gives him a platform to continue teaching.
It's like I'm back in the classroom. Well, I research everything. My heart goes right into it. I needed to have another audience. You always look for an audience, and so I have one. It's the Town of Merrimack.
While being an audience member is a great way to get to know your neighbors, it's worth remembering that you, as a resident of Merrimack, can have a show too. Call us at 603-423-8561 or email merrimacktv@merrimacknh.gov. Thank you for watching.